Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Air Theory test. Yep.
Hello.
There, got Mark with us.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Had a busy day today.
No, you've just been telling me you've been here, there, and everywhere.
Obviously, some of you may know I've put my Dalek out eventually. I've missed the post because of work, so I needed to redirect it. Like they missed it again because of work, so I got to take it to my post office, which I thought was closed. So today, when I was off, I decided to go down to my local sorting office, find out what it wasn't there. And as I was travelling, the bus breaks down, so I needed to change bus. Got back, went to Sainsbury's and went, "Oh, is it here? Oh, you got to go. I need to go in the back way in the post office." And then they're going, "Oh, we can't find it." Good job they did. Like I was like, "Oh, thank God for that." So now it's out. I've actually
You got it.
done it. Yeah. So I'm so happy.
Okay. Right. Chat. D. Harris says a very good evening, Dano and Mark. Evening, D.
Evening, D.
Gillian's Dot says good evening, Dano and Mark. Evening, Gillian.
Amen.
Gillian's Dot says good evening, D. And D says a good evening, Gillian Dot. And that's it for now.
Right. Cool. Not working. What's not working? Oh. What would I need to click on?
Just do the same as you did last time.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Nothing's. Oh, there, that one.
An adult casualty isn't breathing. To maintain circulation, CPR should be given. What's the correct depth to press down on their chest?
You need to share your screen, Dana.
Centimeters.
That's what I already did. Can you see it now?
It flashed and then it went.
Window.
Now we can.
Is that better?
Yes.
An adult casualty isn't breathing. To maintain circulation, CPR should be given. 5 to 6 centimeters, 15 to 20 centimeters, 10 to 15 centimeters, 1 to 2 centimeters.
I don't think it's 1 to 2. I don't think it's 5 to 6. I was thinking between 15 and 20 or 10 to 15. I know I don't face Dave. It's been a while. I think go for
10 to 15 is quite deep, though.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's one.
You have to arrive on time for an appointment. How should you plan for the journey? Prevent other drivers from overtaking. Allow plenty of time for the trip. Avoid roads with the national speed limit. Plan to travel at busy times.
When may you wait in a box junction?
When approaching a pelican crossing. When you are stationary in a queue of traffic. When approaching a zebra crossing. When oncoming traffic prevents you turning right.
Right. I think it's that one, but just so you're coming up and you want to turn right, but there's traffic coming. Yeah.
Why is it more difficult to overtake a large vehicle than a car? A large vehicle will have air brakes. It will take longer to overtake a large vehicle. It will take longer for a large vehicle to accelerate. A large vehicle will be fitted with a speed limiter. It will take longer to overtake a large vehicle.
Yeah.
Your vehicle broke down on the hard shoulder of a motorway, but has now been repaired. How should you rejoin the main carriageway? Move out onto the carriageway, then build up your speed. Wait on the hard shoulder until someone flashes their headlights at you. Gain speed on the hard shoulder before moving out onto the carriageway. Move out onto the carriageway using your hazard warning lights.
Gain speed before pulling out.
What does this sign mean? No overtaking. Clear way. No motor vehicles. Cars and motorcycles only.
Yep.
When will you feel the effects of engine braking? When you change to a higher gear. When you change to a lower gear. When you only use the parking brake. When you're in neutral.
When you go to a higher gear.
Well, think about it.
Right.
So what is a higher gear?
Makes you go faster.
Mhm.
A lower gear makes you go slower.
Yeah.
So engine braking is that. And then neutral is your cruise. You like
Not in gear at all.
yeah.
So you wanting to use engine braking? Would you use a higher gear, which means you go faster?
No, you would use you would start bringing the gas down. Or you'd be in neutral, so then you're not in gear at all, and then it slows it down
So
gradually.
what would you be doing if it's in neutral?
Like cruising.
We'll call it coasting.
Yeah, that was the word.
When would you increase the pressure in your tires so that it's above the normal value? When the roads are slippery. When the vehicle is fitted with anti-lock brakes. When carrying a heavy load. When the tire tread is worn below 2 millimeters.
When carrying a heavier load. I think that makes most sense.
What does this sign mean? New traffic lights ahead. Traffic lights out of order. Temporary traffic lights ahead. Amber signal out of order.
Traffic lights out of order.
Why do motorcyclists use dipped headlights in daylight? The rider is inviting you to proceed. To improve the rider's vision. So that the rider can be seen more easily. To stop the battery overcharging.
So the rider can be seen more easily.
Which sign means there will be two-way traffic crossing your route ahead?
Is it A or D?
Well, what is a warning sign shape?
Triangle.
Right.
That's and that's be warning you there's other traffic ahead. It's D.
What does this curved arrow road marking mean? Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. The road ahead bends to the left. Heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid a weight limit. The road ahead has a camber to the left. The road ahead bends to the left. The road ahead has a camber to the left.
I think I'm one of them two.
Yeah, a road has a camber to the left. Well, would that be a warning sign?
No, I don't even know what a camber is.
Camber is the degrees of the road. The road bends to the left. Now, would that be another warning sign?
Yeah, will be information.
Okay. So the other two.
Overtaking traffic should move back to the left.
And
heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid a weight limit.
Yeah. But that would...
Again, would that be a sign for heavy vehicles?
Yes.
So what are we left with?
Overtaking to move back to the left. And saying that, you'll be travelling on this road here.
Yeah.
And that's on that side.
Yes, but we're on the left, yeah?
Yeah.
So the markings in the road are hatched markings. But for drivers on the opposite side of the road, it's a solid white line.
Yeah.
So it means that the drivers on the other side of the road cannot overtake. Doesn't mean that you can't overtake, because remember, your line is hatched markings.
Yeah.
At an incident, it's important to look after any casualties. What should you do with them when the area is safe? Ask them how it happened. Give them something to eat. Move them away from the vehicles. Keep them where they are.
What? No.
At an incident, it's important to look after any casualties. What should you do with them when the area is safe?
They're not saying they're injured.
Well, a casualty is an injury.
Yeah. But it's how bad the injury is to move them.
Well, only a trained medical professional would know that if it was safe to do so.
Yeah. So I would say keep next to the vehicle, because you don't want to cause more injury.
Mm-hmm.
What does this sign mean? Leave motorway at next exit. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles. Rest area for lorries. All lorries use the hard shoulder. Lane for heavy and slow vehicles.
Yeah.
Why should you switch your headlights on when it first starts to get dark? To make your dials easier to see, so that you blend in with other drivers, because the street lights are lit, so others can see you more easily.
so others can see you more easily.
What does this traffic sign mean? Give priority to oncoming traffic. Two-way traffic. One-way traffic only. No overtaking allowed.
One-way traffic.
One-way traffic?
Well,
Two-way traffic.
traffic was the triangle.
Well, look at the sign. Just try and explain to yourself the picture, the sign.
It's a red arrow going up, which is
Yeah.
and then a black arrow going down.
So, what's the difference between the sizes of the arrows?
One's the red, one's small.
Yeah.
One's
Okay.
big.
So, in rules of, I'll tell you this, try and explain this to you. In rules of safe shipping, larger vehicles have priority over smaller, like boats, okay?
Yeah.
So, with that arrow coming towards us and it being bigger, the black one,
Yep.
what could that indicate?
That's a single track road.
No, I mean, look, we've got two arrows, one going up, one going down, which means there's two flow of traffic. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. One arrow is bigger than the other. Now our arrow is the little red one.
Yep.
The opposite traffic is the bigger black one. Which one of them do you now think it could be?
Give priority to oncoming traffic. No overtaking allowed. Give priority to oncoming traffic.
Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? They're harder to see. They may want to turn into the side road. They may slow down to let you turn. They might not see you turn.
They're harder to see.
What should you do when you're unsure whether it's safe to reverse your vehicle? Get out and check. Rev your engine. Sound your horn. Reverse slowly.
Get out and check.
You're driving on a 3-lane motorway. How should you overtake a slow-moving lorry in the middle lane if it's showing this sign? Cautiously approach the lorry, then overtake on either side. Approach with care and overtake on the left of the lorry. Use the right-hand lane and overtake the lorry normally. Follow the lorry until you can leave the motorway. Approach with care and overtake on the left of the lorry.
Yeah.
What does this sign mean? With flow bus and cycle lane. Contraflow bus and cycle lane. No waiting for buses and cycles. No buses and cycles allowed.
Contraflow, but
What does contraflow mean?
contraflow means the flow of traffic.
Contraflow means a flow of traffic opposite.
And that will be on this
Mm-hmm.
With flow bus and cycle lane.
with so that one's out.
When must you use dipped headlights during the day? When you're driving along narrow streets. when you're driving in poor visibility, when you're parking, all the time you're driving,
When you're driving in poor visibility.
what should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? Go over it carefully. Go over it quickly. Switch on your hazard warning lights. Stop before the barrier.
Stop before the barrier.
A cycle lane marked by a solid white line is in operation. What does this mean for car drivers? They may drive in the lane at any time. They may park in the lane. They may use the lane when necessary. They mustn't drive along the lane.
They must not drive along the lane.
The conditions are good and dry. When should you use the 2-second rule? When traffic lights change to green. When checking your gap from the vehicle in front. Before restarting the engine after it has stalled. Before using the mirrors signal maneuver routine.
When the traffic lights turn to green.
Well, what is the 2-second rule? What's it there for?
So you don't bump. So you're not behind the other car in front of you.
Yeah. So basically, yeah.
But then it could be
When checking your gap from the vehicle in front.
when checking your gap. So it could be either one of them. I think
Well, when traffic lights turn to green, you just tend to set off as the car sets off in front of you.
yeah,
And as you continue driving,
you might drop and then start counting.
Where would you see this sign? In the window of a car taking children to school, on the rear of a school bus or coach, at the side of the road, at playground areas.
At the back of a bus.
What is a cover note? A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. A document issued before you receive your driving license. A document issued before you receive your registration document.
I think it's going to be driving license.
okay, so
A cover letter's going to. It sounds like something they're going to get just to back you up, so that you know, like, if you get put off the police or something.
yes, but the police can check your license with the DVLA quite easily. And what you actually get before you get your driving license is what they call a pass certificate.
Right.
Okay. So, when you get a car,
Yep.
you have to get insurance.
And MOT.
No.
We need to be insured, but
Yeah, but what do you call insurance when you've got it for your car?
Car insurance.
But what does insurance do?
Make sure if you crash or get stolen or
Which means it's
covered.
Yeah. Read the question.
What is a cover notice?
A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate.
So you would call it you've got insurance cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which type of vehicle should you be ready to give way to as you approach this bridge? Buses, bicycles, cars, motorcycles.
So, yes,
Right. So
bus is going to go through there. It's going to be a larger vehicle.
it'd be a larger vehicle, but I reckon you could get a single decker bus through there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then are you going to get your car through next to it
No, because where is the bus going to be?
in the middle?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to give way for that bus to come through it.
Mhm.
Where the other ones you're going to be side by side going through.
Mm-hmm.
When should you use the left lane of a motorway? When you're making a phone call,
Yep.
when you're overtaking slower traffic in the other lanes, when your vehicle breaks down, when the road ahead is clear.
When you're overtaken.
Are you allowed to overtake on the left?
Now we'll overtake on the right hand side.
Well, remember the rules of a motorway. The right-hand lanes are for overtaking only.
Yep.
So what lane should you be in on a motorway?
Left.
Yeah.
When the road ahead is clear.
Well, if the road ahead is clear, you don't need to use the right-hand lanes of the motorway, do you? Because you've got nobody to overtake.
No.
When your vehicle breaks down.
There's normally another lane for that.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be in that lane. You should be on your phone anyways.
Mm.
So it's only overtaken.
Can you overtake on the left though?
No.
Right. So remember the rules of a motorway. The right-hand lanes are for overtaking only.
Yeah.
So if the road is clear, what lane should you be in?
The left-hand lane.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, when should you use the left-hand lane of a motorway?
When the road ahead is clear.
What does this sign mean? Free parking zone ends. End of controlled parking zone. No through road. End of traffic calming zone.
It's not parking.
We've had this a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So the opposite to that sign would be a blue sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Telling you you should be doing something. So like you should not go below 30 miles an hour or 40 miles an hour. You've got to keep above that speed. Okay.
Yep.
What would be dangerous in that situation?
Going too fast.
Well, yeah, there's going too fast, but what else would be dangerous in that situation?
Going too slow.
What hazards could be around in that situation?
People
That would not be good.
coming out from sidewalks.
You don't tend to really have pavements in areas like that.
Right.
So, what else would cause a problem?
Buses.
Well, buses can still go at that speed. But what wouldn't they allowed to do? Buses.
Hmm.
If you're going in a zone that's saying that you have to go at 30 mile an hour, you cannot drop below that speed, what can't you do in that area?
Go below 30
And
or above it.
and
Mm.
can you stop?
No.
And if you stop, what are you doing?
Breaking the law.
Well, yeah, you're breaking the law, but it also means that you've also done something else. You've
Slow down stop the traffic.
But it also means that you've pulled up at the side of the road and you've
Entered a no parking zone.
So that with a cross through it is
No parking.
yeah. So
The parking zone ends. End of controlled parking zone.
they're really getting you tonight with the
End of traffic
Time.
calming zone.
Yep.
What can seriously reduce your ability to concentrate? Busy roads, weather conditions, tinted windows, drugs.
Drugs.
You're invited to a pub lunch. What should you do if you know that you'll have to drive in the evening? Avoid mixing your alcoholic drinks. Eat a hot meal with your alcoholic drinks. Have some milk before drinking alcohol. Don't drink any alcohol at all.
Don't drink.
Before starting a journey, it is wise to plan your route. How can you do this? Check your vehicle registration document. Look in your vehicle handbook. Contact your local garage.
Look at maps.
You're on a road that's only wide enough for one vehicle. What should you do if a car is coming towards you? Pull into a passing place on your right. Force the other driver to reverse. Pull into a passing place if your vehicle is wider. Pull into a passing place on your left.
So you'll be pulling on your left.
You've just passed your first practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years? Retake only your theory test. Retake your theory and practical tests. Reapply for your full license immediately. Retake only your practical test.
Retake the theory and practical.
You're in the left-hand lane at traffic lights waiting to turn left. Which signal means you must wait?
Right, so you're on the left-hand lane. So A is saying you can turn left, and D is saying you can turn left. C you can traffic straight ahead can go. I think it's D. Or C, but it can be C as well.
okay. So let's just have a breakdown. So A, what do you think that means?
Both traffics can go. So one that turning left and one that goes straight ahead can go.
Okay. What does B mean?
Both traffic must get rated. must stop. Okay.
Okay. What does C mean?
Traffic that's going straight ahead can go.
What does D mean?
Only left traffic can turn.
So, which is the only one there that you said you have to stop?
B.
How will a roof rack affect your car? The car will accelerate faster. The engine will use more oil. Fuel consumption will increase. There will be less wind noise.
Fuel will increase. You're not going to go.
The car will accelerate
You're
faster.
not going to go faster. Oil.
The engine will use more oil. There will be less wind noise. You're following a cyclist. What should you do when you wish to turn left a short distance ahead? Overtake the cyclist before you reach the junction. Pull alongside the cyclist and stay level until after the junction. Go around the cyclist on the junction. Hold back until the cyclist has passed the junction.
Hold back.
Where would you see these road markings? At a pedestrian crossing, on a motorway slip road, at a level crossing, on a single track road.
On a motorway.
What can you expect if you drive using rapid acceleration and heavy braking? Increased fuel consumption, increased road safety, reduced exhaust emissions, reduced pollution, increased fuel consumption.
Increase fuel consumption.
How much can stopping distances increase in icy conditions? 5 times, 3 times, 10 times, 2 times.
So you follow the 2-second rule. If it's wet, you times it. Times will be 4 seconds. And if it's icy, it'll be 5 seconds.
So,
I'm
just
confused.
think about it. 2 seconds for normal conditions.
Yep.
You double it for wet conditions,
Yep.
which you still get some grip. But ice is far worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So, would you double it again?
2, 4.
So if we're going from 2 to 4, would you go then to 6?
No,
Would you add more?
probably more. So probably 10.
Your car gets a puncture while you're driving on the motorway. What should you do when you've stopped on the hard shoulder? Try to wave down another vehicle for help. Only change the wheel if you have a passenger to help you. Use an emergency telephone and call for help. Carefully change the wheel yourself.
Ring for help.
What requires extra care when you're driving or riding in windy conditions? Using the brakes. Passing pedal cyclists. Moving off on a hill. Turning into a narrow road.
Passing cyclists.
You're having difficulty finding a parking place in a busy town. Can you park on the zigzag lines of a zebra crossing? Yes, if you don't block people from crossing. Yes, in order to drop off a passenger. No, not under any circumstance. No, Not unless you stay with your car.
Not on any circumstances.
What could you do to help injured people at an incident? Keep them warm and comfortable. Give them a warm drink. Give them something to eat. Keep them on the move by walking them around.
Keep them calm and warm.
You're driving at the legal speed limit. What should you do if the vehicle behind approaches quickly, flashing its headlights? Allow the vehicle to overtake. Accelerate to make a gap behind you. Touch the brakes sharply to show your brake lights. Maintain your speed to prevent the vehicle from overtaking.
Allow, but just keep to your speed. But then you can.
Crazy person behind you, flashing headlights. You know.
Yeah.
So if
Allow
it's
to overtake.
Whilst driving on a section of motorway, you see a sign indicating that there are traffic works ahead in 1 mile. You consider leaving the motorway but decide to stay on. A little further ahead, you see signs warning that lane 3 is closed. Traffic begins to merge to the left. Traffic is directed onto the hard shoulder, and traffic from the opposite carriageway is directed to use lane 3 on your side of the central reservation, creating a contraflow situation. Cars are now travelling within a few feet of one another, separated only by a line of cones at considerable closing speed.
What should you do when you're approaching roadworks on a motorway? Speed up to clear the area quickly. Obey the speed limit. Stay very close to the vehicle in front. Always use the hard shoulder. Obey the speed limit.
Obey the speed limit.
You're in the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway. What do these overhead signs mean? Move to the left and reduce your speed to 50 miles per hour. Leave the motorway at the next exit. Use the hard shoulder until you've passed the hazard. There are roadworks 50 meters, 55 yards ahead.
Move to the left and stick to 50.
What does this sign mean? The right-hand lane is closed. Right-hand lane for buses only. The right-hand lane ahead is narrow. Right-hand lane for turning right.
Right-hand lane is closed.
What would you expect to find at a contraflow system on a motorway? Road humps. Wider lanes than normal. Temporary traffic lights. Lower speed limits. Wider lanes than normal.
Wider lanes.
What should you do when you're using a contraflow system? Increase speed to get through the contraflow more quickly. Choose an appropriate lane in good time. Switch lanes to make better progress. Follow other motorists closely to avoid long queues. Choose an appropriate lane in good time.
Choose a lane at good time.
right. Review. Okay. So
Oh,
I did say 10 to 15 centimeters is quite deep,
yeah.
but then you went for it. No, 5 to 6 centimeters. You can't. If you went 10 to 15 centimeters, I think you'd be touching the spinal cord. Okay, so we'll go to the next one. So what does this sign mean? Well, it's telling you not to do something, and obviously cars and motorcyclists, they are motor vehicles, so no motor vehicles allowed.
Yeah.
Next one. Okay, so I did try and talk you through this one. So, which means that there will be two-way traffic crossing your route ahead. Now, you went with D, but D is just two-way traffic. B, because of the way the arrows are pointing, it means two-way traffic is crossing you.
So it's like a junction.
Yeah. Okay, and then the next one, which is contraflow. Remember, you have a opposing traffic right next to you, which means that there will be lower speed limits because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's it.
Yep.
Have you got your headphones on? During this hazard perception part of your test, we will assess the skills you should have already developed whilst learning to drive. In each video clip during the test, there are hazards just like the ones that you would see on the road in normal driving conditions. Some of the hazards develop. These are the ones that might cause you as the driver to slow down or change direction. Just like on the road, some are hazards that you might just need to keep an eye on in case the situation changes. Others will develop, and these are the ones we will measure your response to. You will score points for clicking when you see these hazards develop. So, during the test, watch the clips and respond by clicking the left or right mouse button as soon as you think you spot a hazard. You will need to respond again each time the situation changes. You do not need to use the cursor or move the mouse. As you click, you will see a red flag appear. This is to show that your click has registered. When you click, the clip will not stop running. During the test, you'll be shown 14 clips that contain at least one scoreable hazard. But one of them will contain two scoring hazards, so it's essential that you keep concentrating and clicking all the way through each and every clip. Let's have a look at a sample clip. Imagine you're the driver of this vehicle. Here we have highlighted the hazards to show you when to click. These hazards, highlighted with the red circles, are the ones that would cause you to take some form of action. This has turned to red because the situation demands that you slow down and or change direction. You need to click as soon as you see the clues that lead you to think a hazard is developing. Do remember that during the test, you will need to click for all of them. Your response is measured from when the hazard starts to develop, and only your highest scoring click will count. Early responses score 5, and then descend through 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 for those that you missed completely. At the end of your test, you'll be given your results by the test center staff. Remember, watch the clips as if you were the driver or rider. Concentrate and respond when you see any clues. You will need to respond every time the situation changes. There might be more than one hazard in the clip. Don't try to cheat by clicking without any thought for what is happening in the clip. If you do, you'll be given this message, and you will score 0 for that clip. Good luck with your test.
Okay. So, theory test. Yeah, you got that correct.
Yeah. So theory, I passed that.
Yeah,
For the reception, obviously, I
yeah.
failed. Kind of.
Don't be frightened of that warning about clicking too much. If you think it's a hazard, click it.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't worry about that. But theory test done, so that's good.
Yeah.
And sometimes in a hazard perception test, there can actually be more than one hazard there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, I'll catch up with this chat. So D says third party cover. D says, agree, Mark. A lot of thinking needed with this night's questions. Yeah, a lot on science tonight.
Yeah.
Gillian's Dot says, well done to both of you. D says, not a bad effort, Dano.
Yep.
D also says, just think a rule is 30 centimetres. 50 to 20 centimetres puts the earth behind the spine, LOL. Oh, he said the heart I meant.
Yeah.
D says, fast forward, Dano, LOL. It also says, still a bit darker on these playbacks. Yes, it's hard for me to see. And he says, a pass is a pass. So there we go.
Yeah, just getting that hazard perception part down more.
So, yeah, for us, the playback is really dark. So it's really hard for me to follow it compared to the other program. But
Yeah.
keep practicing.
I'll probably do another one on Monday. Monday, because I'm off. I'm off on Sunday and Monday, but obviously you're live on Sunday, so I do
Sunday,
want
yeah.
to.
Okay, just let me know. Okay, well, thank you for everybody watching and your chat tonight. And yeah, I'll catch everybody on the next one. Well done, Dano.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to everybody for coming along, supporting us. Slowly getting there. Just need to get better at the hazard perception. But hopefully we'll get there soon. And like I say, I'll do another one on Monday. So see you then.
Yeah.
Night all.
Night.